Hello everybody, happy holidays. It's Captain Trucker. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing good out there. So it's almost Christmas time. In today's video, I'm gonna thank you for that. I'm gonna kind of sum up I guess everything you need to know if you're thinking about moving to the Philippines, because apparently that's what vloggers do. I guess they give advice on these places. And I guess everybody's got an opinion. So I guess I'll just offer mine. I think the number one biggest thing that we can't deny is that a lot of people come here unprepared. And it's usually monetary. Maybe they don't bring enough money, maybe they don't have enough money. You know, you can live in the Philippines off different budgets. It's not really one size fits all. As long as you have like a monthly something coming in, Social Security, pension and whatnot. Thank you, sir. And look at this. I got a nice something here. I forget what I ordered. But you're gonna have to have, you know, money, obviously. And I'd say the second thing, if you're a bachelor, is, you know, don't move here and think you're gonna be like, you know, some pimp with 5 girlfriends or something, because that can be, you know, problematic too. Because, you know, you're messing around in foreign cultures, you're potentially messing with people's hearts, and make no mistake, you know, Filipinos have a lot of pride, and Filipino women are very tough, much more resilient than us American men, and don't want to mess around with the wrong people. It's true, okay? Because believe me, they're only going to put up with your BS for so long. They'll leave you in the street begging, pleading for help. That's a terrible, why am I laughing? That's terrible. No, but seriously, there is like karmic components to that too, because you know, we got to face the fact that a lot of men move to Southeast Asia because they want to save money usually, or they want to find a wife or a girlfriend, and or both, okay? And, you know, by retirement years, your 50s, your 60s, and unfortunately sometimes some men are in desperate situations where they're not just moving here for like a history lesson or because they're missionaries. Some men feel like they got to escape America because they don't have anywhere to lay their head. And they want to live like a king off their minimal budget, which is another disillusion that's been sold on social media with the influence of colonialism and history and all that good stuff. First of all, real kings don't act rich. You know, being a king is like a leader, basically, and all that kind of good stuff. Not necessarily bank account men, but anyway, that's another story. Pretty much tied into materialism and consumerism. It appeals. Sorry about that, my camera cut out, but yeah, you know, as long as you have a decent amount of money coming in, I'd say ideally maybe $2,000 US a month. And if you're decent to people and you're not like Jack the Ripper or some crazy sexpat tourist, I mean, you should be able to make it here. There's not really too much more advice like people on YouTube are going to be able to offer you, other than looking at locations and stuff like that. Because I mean, frankly, you know, the more I'm on social media, the more I'm realizing that I think a lot of people, when they get into like being vloggers on some level, other than some of them obviously have monetary incentives, but some of them also, they want validation, right? Because I mean, some expats, they live different types of lives. They feel like they're on the outskirts of their society, and it's kind of like you want to go on YouTube and then you get a little support group and you help each other, and you know, it makes them feel validated, like their lives are normal. But I mean, we got to be honest. I mean, sometimes the expat life isn't really considered normal by, you know, mainstream standards. Although I don't see why it shouldn't be, right? I mean, I think more Americans should travel. They should get outside of the box and all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, I mean, you know, I look at social media lately, and I'm kind of tired about, you know, listening to all the supposed experts on this and that and give their opinions. And you know, maybe we should just stop talking so much, right? I'll just walk around with a camera and film things for you all. We'll start doing dispositions and maybe like random comedy sketches or something. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, I gotta leave the Philippines soon, guys, possibly. I don't know. I might have to go, and I don't want to, but I'm sort of a semi-retired 40-something-year-old. I am building a house right now here in the provinces. And I could stay and, like, you know, retire full-time, but I'm not really sure what that even means, right? I mean, who wants to, like, you know, go brain dead or suddenly stop working, throw in the towel, not do anything? I mean, I don't know, you know. I mean, people don't really retire, right? Even in their older years, we manage portfolios, get involved in hobbies, do YouTube channels, stuff like that. I mean, but yeah, I mean, going back and forth as a truck driver can be interesting, can be fun. So I might do some of that again. I'm not sure when I'm gonna leave, but I might leave at some point. We'll see what happens. But yeah, kind of doing some Christmas shopping here in Bacolod City. But I'm stuck in this coffee shop because it's raining outside. So I decided to make a video. Yeah. But, you know, I like the province life. I also like the city life. I like it all, folks. I know for a guy like me, I just want variety. There's only so much advice that we're gonna get on YouTube. You know, it's really up to you if you want to move out here and pull the trigger, you know, change your life, do something different. You know, we kind of learn from these adventures, right? I wanted to say that, you know, I think the expat life is unique, and it's a different experience for different people. I mean, you know, you can, what I like about these countries, like the Philippines, is you kind of see the best and the worst of the world, you know? I mean, there's not much in between. And depending on the person, you can either live in heaven or like live in hell out in these countries. So, you know, it usually just depends on what you get involved in. And, you know, I'm kind of amused to see all this like relationship advice and stuff like this on YouTube, because they almost talk about like, you know, like Filipinos, like it's a foreign species, right? I mean, really, we're all humans. We all operate on the same psychology. There's cultural differences, obviously, when you're dealing with like a developing country and a more collective culture, more family-centric culture versus a individualistic, hardcore, capitalistic society culture. You know, there is differences there, but I mean, at the end of the day, you know, we're all sort of operating on the same, well, human connection, all that. So, you know, I don't know. I'm not really into like, I'm kind of just, there's a lot of brain rot on social media in general. So maybe we'll just start walking around with a camera. Maybe interview some other people. Sadly, there was a death in the vlogging community. I'm not gonna post his name and all that in the title because out of respect, because I mean, I don't know the man, I never met him, but I watched a few of his videos, and you know, he seemed to, he had some good content, and he interviewed people. So maybe we'll try to do some of that. You know, maybe interview some people. But yeah, I was thinking about leaving the country for a while. I don't know when, but we'll see what happens. But you know, a lot of people can make it out here, guys. Like, you don't need tons of friends. You need some acquaintances. You don't necessarily need to be in the good graces of these vloggers that we watch, you know, or, you know, I mean, you can always meet people. You always have options. There's always places you can go, and you're never alone, you know. I mean, even if you feel alone, there's always somebody there out to help you. You know, you can always message me if you want, and there's plenty of other people online. So, you know, but lately, yeah, I question my, you know, the direction of where we're going, because, I mean, how much advice, or do we really want to be the advisors or something on like telling people why to move to the Philippines? I mean, like, who elected me for that role? Who elected these other vloggers, you know? I mean, what makes them the authority on these countries, right? I mean, it's like, so many people, there's so many people you don't even see on vlogs that have so much experience and so much to offer, you know what I mean? Which, I mean, I'm not saying that vloggers don't. I mean, I do too. I have stuff to offer, so do other people. But I guess my point is that it's just a different experience for everybody. You know? I mean, people experience life in many different ways. It's like, and you can either have a really positive or negative experience, but there's only so much planning you can do. I mean, you know, if you try to be good to people and you maintain boundaries and you have some common sense, I think you can make it out here. You can make it in many places in this world. But just keep in mind, you know, if you are dealing with a much tougher, much more resilient people than what you're used to. So there's that. But yeah, anyway, that's sort of my advice. If that helps anybody, I hope it does. But yeah. But anyway, I'm here in Bacolod City doing some Christmas shopping, which I don't really know what to buy. Well, I'm trying to figure out what to buy for my son for Christmas and all that, and buy different family members, because I don't really go shopping much for gifts, because I don't even buy like really much stuff for myself, let alone other people. But I'm trying to get in that mindset of like, what would this person like as a gift, right? I figured building a house wasn't enough, so you know, Santa Claus wants to bring something else. Because Santa's coming to town, man. Santa's all over the world, whether you're in the Philippines or Indonesia or like Papua New Guinea or something. I mean, you know, Santa's going everywhere. And if you were good, he's going to bring you gifts. If you were bad, he's going to blacklist you, deport you, and kick you out of the country. But, you know, Santa's everywhere, man. Anyway, that's all I had to say. It's Captain Trucker. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be good out there. I got to get going. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Okay, 285. Thank you. Thanks for filming that.